welcome to the TTT. Well, what a week it's been. Thank you all for your emails. Mr. B. Knuckle said he'd never seen anything like my twerking. Well, I did warn you I was a professional. I do hate to undermine substandard dancers. Thank you, Mr. Knuckle. I also received this in the post this week, sent anonymously, with a note simply warning against the dangers of over-cock twerking. Well, this is an obvious case of abuse. All I can say is if your pickle looks like this, it's time to stop. Love, this week I pay homage to the sensational Susie Quattro. In 1972, when Susie was doing her naked under leather tour, I was her personal leather sofa, and I'm not abashed to admit I fell in love with her. Unfortunately, we parted badly, as this was when I was on my heavily into my Botox and Quaalude capsule addiction. Here is one of her songs, Devilgate Drive, 1974. So come alive, down at the Taverna, down at the Taverna Drive. Thank you. And this week's emails. Firstly, I want to say a big thank you to Mrs. Barbara Land from Quimmage on the Mount Quimmage, who endeared my heart. Dear Trixie, thank you so much for writing your book, Trixercise. It has been invaluable to me. Now, in only 9 weeks, I have lost so much weight from my cheeks and earlobes that my husband has told me I'd look almost a month younger. Thank you. When I read mails like this, it warms me in my small places and lets me know my constant struggle is worth it. Slim earlobes are essential for trimming you down. Fat earlobes are an insult to jewellery. Mrs. E. Pickles of Chauncey, Peterborough writes, Dear Trixie, I'm a divorcee and a 58-year-old. I'm at my wit's end with worry. And when I saw your program last week, I felt a flinching of hope inside me. I have one child called Pat, and he's a quiet, secretive child. I must admit, over the years, I have adopted a pet name for him and call him Patty. As a mother, I have tried to give him privacy and check up on him regularly. 1 month ago, he was in his bedroom with his cousin, and the two of them had been very quiet, so I went upstairs and burst into his room. Well, I saw him, Pat, giving oral to Clifford. We all screamed, "Ah!" and Clifford left. I confronted Pat straight away, and he said they were only practicing like giving lessons. There is now a lot of tension at home, and I'm very worried, as next week is my Patty's 31st birthday, and his cousin will be coming here for the party. Please help. Firstly, Mrs. Pickles, how in the world can you conclude your son is gay from this? I applaud anyone who wants to learn a foreign language, and they must be able to practice. In case you're unsure, here is a diagram clearly showing 2 people learning a foreign language. I do believe that it is French or hola. And this one is clearly a man. Here are some other signs to look for. Does he start taking an interest in cooking? Lovely. Oh, lovely. Is he surprisingly clean and dressed fabulously? Has he become articulate and interested in your needs?
And here's a cup of tea.
Most of all, is he fun-loving? And is his life full of colour? If the answer to these questions is yes, then yes, you have a gay. There. Trust me, your life will become fantastic. No more nights sitting in on your own, weeping with loneliness wringing your tired, withered hands and worrying if your precious only son is gay. Get out that dusty party dress and fresh panty liner and hold on to your knickers. Next, Mr. Julian Laird of Scotland asks, what is the perfect posture when wearing a kilt? A wonderful question, and I will demonstrate for you, Mr. Laird. I call it posturing. There are 5 different types. Erect, very upright. Yes. Yes. Very stiff, standing, stiff. Semi-stiff, not quite there. And flaccid, all the way. Cock thrust, standing with your pelvis forward in a good wide stance in the legs. This is the one that you will be using, Mr. Laird. Good luck to you. The breast pluff also can be used by ladies. Ladies, by the way, flaccid is an excellent word to use when a man becomes a little ardent.
Flaccid.
On the foot, spoon in.
Yes, hello. Lillian Gifford here from Islington in North London. At what age should ladies start wearing panty fresheners?
Well, it's never too early to start. Just look at babies. Start popping them in straight away, Mary. No one wants to smell your gusset. Ugh.
Oh dear. I'm off to the shops then. Bye.
And this week's book review.
Is it good or is it poo? Trixie Bloom's book review.
Drama, The Tiny Tribe of the Sea by Keith Kling. It held me till about halfway through and then seemed to drift off. Horror bath of bloodbath of children by Gloria Angel. This was highly amusing until almost the end. And of course, Trixercise, Loving Yourself Hurts by me. What can I say? You simply won't believe it. And now, some answers from last week's question. Mrs. June Cramp from Chipping, Norton, Oxford says, knickers in general used to be good, but just like men, you can't live without them. This answer is from someone who simply gives their name as P. Why wear any at all? Let nature flow between your legs. I love this one. This is the one. This is my favourite, yes. 71-year-old Edith Witch says she totally agrees with my sentiments from last week and maintains that the gusset of today would have not seen her through a world war. She persists with the older style of knicker, even though she does admit to regular chaffing. 15-year-old Sharon Upstart from Staines says, "You're all a bunch of old bastards and silk crutches are the way forward." Thank you. Well, thank you, Phil. And this week's question is, how thin is too thin? Well, my friend Levine is about the size of a spoon, and she has a perfect figure. She's not the same height as a spoon, I would like to add. That would be quite crazy. But you can, you can contact me at trixiebloom@hotmail.com or go to my website, trixiebloom.com, and of course, Instagram and Twitter me senseless. Thank you for joining me. Hug one another, and if there is no one there, hug yourself. You can hug your leg. Remember to love and laugh. We must all care for each other. And today's program is sponsored by Radiant Knickers. Knickers you can trust.